everyone, Cindy here, and I would like to talk to you today about organization. Now, I have done previous videos on organization in the classroom, but I want to focus today on 3D prop organization. Now, I personally don't have a whole lot of 3D props, but I have helped a lot of other teachers who do, so I know the struggle is real. But finding the right things that you can use to organize your 3D props can be challenging, so you need to be a little bit more creative in your searches to be able to find what works best. And as I've said before, first you need to figure out what you have, how you teach, in order to be able to figure out what it is that you actually really need in a way of organizing. And if you haven't watched my video on the 5 steps to classroom organization, go ahead and watch that once you're done watching this video. Without further ado, let's begin. So where to even begin? You can look at closet organization, you can look at kitchen organization, you can look at produce displays or displays that people use in order to display food at like buffets or events or things like that, just to be able to get ideas, because you never know what's going to inspire you, so don't limit yourself. Now, I come from the frame of mind where I like to go looking for ideas and then take those ideas home and see how I can make that work for me in a recreated kind of way. Now, that may not work for you. You need to be able to see it and be able to buy it and put it in your office. I totally get that. So whichever way about going about doing things works for you, great. Just as long as you find a solution. Puppets are a go-to in almost everyone's classroom, but you aren't going to use them if it is difficult to find them or retrieve them when you need them. Some fun ways I have found to organize or display your puppets is a standing paper towel holder. Now, this can work if you have one go-to puppet that you use all the time, and it makes it for a nice quick removal and use. 2, using rolled up socks in the hole, and it makes it makes it so they're able to sit up on their own, almost like a stuffed animal, and they can function as a display that way, and they sit very nicely. Look at you. I got this idea for my Meg and Mike puppets from one of Teacher Morgan's YouTube videos. So if you do not follow her, you should. She is brilliant. And 3, you can use one of those over-the-door shoe racks for an army of puppets. But if you don't have an army of puppets, well, maybe you can start one. But I digress. The thing I like about these solutions is that they are inexpensive and that they can all work with whatever type size classroom you have. If looking at produce displays or closet organization is a little too far outside the box for you, you are more than welcome to stick to just shelves and baskets and bins, and all of those are perfectly acceptable forms of storage for your 3D props. But you do need to sort your props into groups that make sense for you first before you know how many baskets or bins that you're going to need. Works best if you put the props that you use all the time closest to you, maybe on a lower shelf, somewhere that it's easy to reach. And then all those other props that you don't use nearly as often, or maybe you are the kind that sets props aside for specific classes, those can all go up on higher shelves and you won't have to worry about it so much. Now, if you are the kind of person who needs to be able to see what is in every box, maybe shallower boxes if it's going to be a solid, or see-through like mesh or wire baskets might be a good option as well. But if you don't necessarily need to see everything at that time and you want to be able to hide some of that visual clutter, maybe getting some of those bins and just put a little label on the front for the kinds of props that are inside, so it makes it easier for you to know what's in there without having to have to look at it when you're not teaching. Either way, having all your props up on shelves and off your table gives you a breath of fresh air, a clean working space, and it is a positive in all directions. And just as a side note, if during this process you're realizing you're having a lot of extra props and things that you don't necessarily use as much anymore, I would like to suggest that you set these props and things aside, find a way to be able to donate these to a brand new teacher. So not only are you going to be able to declutter your office, you're also giving these props and things new life and a new opportunity to help another teacher as they are starting this VIPKid journey. So pay it forward, people. Now, if you realize that you do have too many things, but you have a hard time of letting those things go, I would suggest find someone who is impartial and have them come and help hold your hand, help you go through the steps, because it really is difficult to be able to do it all by yourself, to motivate yourself. So having that impartial person there really helps you be able to stay committed to giving it away. Now, I love doing this for other people, so I know I can't be alone. So there must be other people out there who love to do this too. So ask a friend, see if someone might be able to help you with this. Very soon, I am going to be helping my good friend, teacher Lisa, organize her classroom. Now, she teaches primarily level 1 and has a ton of 3D props. We are going to be making a collaborative video series, so you will be able to see some real-world application to a lot of these organizational solutions. And that's it. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. And if you liked this video, subscribe so you won't miss out on any new content. That's it for me. This is Cindy signing off. May you find organization that works for you. May it improve your productivity and class time. And may your classroom be something that you are proud of. Bye-bye.